Now let's see the advantages and disadvantages of this boost algorithm. In advantages, in general, the number of operations required will be reduced. So, most of the numbers you see, they will contain contiguous blocks of ones in general, and whenever you get such an input, then the number of multiplications will be required. The number of operations will be reduced. So, for example, in this case, if you see it, so we are going to have one block of ones. So, in this case, we are going to have one addition and one subtraction for this block, and totally 7 shifts for all the numbers put together. See, it need not always be one single block. Till now in the example we have seen only one single block. In general, a multiplier can also contain many blocks, which means, let us say this is a block, and again there is one more block, right? And again let us say there is one more block like this, right? So if you have a multiplier like this, now for every block we are going to have one addition and one subtraction required, and anyway for the number of shifts will depend on the total number of bits. So that number of shifts we cannot improve, but then given a block we are able to perform for the entire block the number of operations required will be one addition and one subtraction, right? If we have 3 such blocks in one number, then the number of additions will be 3 and number of subtractions will be 3, but the number of shifts they depend on the number of bits in the multiplier. And the second thing is, it can do signed multiplications. So signed multiplications means you can also apply this method on the signed numbers. The number can be a negative number, which means you can multiply a negative number with a positive number, or two negative numbers or 2 positive numbers. So that is the flexibility we have here. And the second one is, if the negative numbers are involved, it gives better performance. For example, if you are going to have a 16-bit register, and if the 16-bit register has to hold a small negative number, then even though the negative number that is represented in the 16-bit register is a simple number -5, you can see that there are a lot of ones here, right? So if you go with the normal multiplication of partial sums, then for everyone you have to do one addition, right? So but then if you are going to see this entire block, simply by using shifts, everything will be done. One subtraction shifts, everything will be done. Got it? Therefore, for a small negative number, if you are going to have either 16-bit or 32-bit representation, then going with this algorithm will give you very good performance, right? And the disadvantage of this method is, if the blocks contain only single ones, then it is disadvantageous. For example, if you see this, here it is a block which is containing only 1 1. Here also a block containing 1 1, right? So whenever you have blocks which contain 1 1, then what happens is, for every block, this algorithm will consider every one as one single block, and for every one we are going to have one addition and one subtraction, right? Compared to one addition required in the case of partial sums, it is going to give you worse performance, right? So for such an input we are going to get worse performance, but anyway getting such an input is very rare. It is not a very frequently occurring case. Now even if you get such an input, maybe you can do swapping also, right? So let's say you have this multiplier and then multiplicand. Now just see both the numbers, right? And now you see, if you find out that the number of or the blocks of ones are bigger in this m, then you just exchange this with q and then exchange it with m. If in worst case, if both the numbers are like this, then we will not be able to do anything, and that is the only worst case input we might get. In that worst case, our algorithm will not perform well. In all the other cases, it is better than the normal partial sums. Okay, fine.
Hi, if you are planning to do masters, then doing masters abroad is better than doing masters in India. I'll give you all the reasons. So, first reason is, out of 1 lakh students who take GATE every year, there are only 500 seats in old IITs. So all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%. And IITs, universities better than IITs, they have very good acceptance rate like 30%, 40%. But all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%. And if you are working hard to get into IIT Bombay's ranking is 177. And IIT Roorkee's ranking is 400. If you are happy to get into IIT Roorkee, then getting into universities better than IIT Roorkee is easier compared to getting into IIT Roorkee. And looking at the salaries for computer science, for software jobs, if you have done your masters in computer science in US, the salaries are ranging from 80 lakhs per year to 1.2 crore per year. So even if you take an average of 1 crore per year, your savings will be much higher than the salaries in India. After taxes and your cost of living, you can easily save 40 to 50 lakhs per year. And in India, the maximum jobs that you get is around 30 lakhs. So your savings will be much greater than the salaries in India. And these are all the services that we provide. University shortlisting. So depending on your profile, we will shortlist what are the universities that you have to apply, and statement of purpose building, and then LOR guidance, and GRE and English test assistance, and education loan assistance. So you don't have to have any collateral, which means without any security, now you can get education loan. Getting education loan is very simple these days, and whatever the amount of fee that you have a range of universities. You can apply for 10 lakh universities, 20 lakh universities, or 50 lakh universities. But whatever it is, you are going to get complete education loan, and you can pay off your education loan in 1 year after you get a job. And then we do visa assistance, mock visa interviews, and then connecting with the university alumni. So now you might ask why we should join Game of Visas. So the answer is we have 90% success rate, 99% success rate. And these are all the destinations that we guide the students to. So we guide students to any country that you want to go. So now it is not just USA. We guide to UK, Germany, Australia, Canada. So we guide students to all the countries. We work with all the destinations. And if you are interested in going abroad, you have to just drop us a message on this WhatsApp number 9494 555 454. Okay, thank you.